Here's where Toronto sits right now in the league rankings. 4th in three-point field goal percentage. 5th in fewest turnovers per game. And they're among the NBA's most opportunistic teams. I mean, in terms of scoring points off turnovers, they've carved out a spot in the top 5 in the league.
And you look at their three-point shooting, they put defenses in a tough position. You've got to protect the paint and still chase out to 25 feet from the hoop. No easy task. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Houston making some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Capella. Riza comes in for Brewer. And James Harden subbed in for KJ McDaniels. Ross is checked in for the Raptors. Now here's Beverly. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And that one's good.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Dishes it to Howard. Back to Beverly. Beasley kicks to Beverly. The 3. The rebound by Patterson.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be...
Woo. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Lowry for 3. The shot, no good. And Houston the other way now. They've led by as much as 10.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way. Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Yes,
Bring it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Here is Harden. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Rebound by Kyle Lowry. Got a piece of it. Patterson dishes to Ross. And DeRozan. Here we go. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Beasley. He has 6. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Valanciunas is checked in for Michael Beasley. And Toronto also making a switch. Carroll's checked in. Beverly with the ball. Lowry picks him up. That one goes. Count. Beverly's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Carroll passes to Joseph. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
That's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
Time to just slow it down, make the simple play, and get a good shot.
Now, here's Howard. To the inside. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Howard. Howard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
The Rockets have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. Harden hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Powell kicks to Scola. Outside Carroll. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow! And as we end the 3rd quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Rockets ahead. They're up by 6. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. Modiunas and Howard, the post pair. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. And it's Ariza in the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Carroll dishes to Patterson. That's tipped.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And so here's Toronto following the score by Houston. On the wing, Harden. DeRozan defending. Down low. Beverly the pass to Modiunas. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Valanciunas.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
5 on the clock. Here's Harden. The baseline J. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Toronto calls timeout. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Lowry inside the line. Raptors moving the ball around. And Valanciunas kicks to Patterson. Carroll for 3.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. 10 points for DeMar DeRozan.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Beasley the screen. Outside Terry. Houston gets it back. Howard. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Oh! It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Houston. Lowry for three.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Beasley outside. No good from outside. Outside DeRozan. Takes a three. And that one's good.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Harden kicks to Beverly. Back to Harden. Toronto grabs the miss. DeRozan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Lowry inside the line. Back to DeRozan. And stolen by Ariza. In the corner, Harden. And there's the pass to Ariza. Inside. Here's Howard. And it's good. And the Rockets lead by 11. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Rockets.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for them in transition.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
I think you'd have to be impressed with the total command they showed throughout the season series. I mean, winning this final game and pitching a 3-0 shutout for the year against the Raptors.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for James Harden. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound. That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
At the line for your Rockets.
He's off on the first.
Taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but